Hi everyone, welcome back to our
I guess, yeah,
I
it's
guess
back.
and
And better than ever, hopefully.
Yeah, welcome back to our Hollywood. My name is Daniel,
And I'm Kim.
and
Girl, it's been a long time.
yeah. Hey everyone.
Hey guys.
Embarrassed? Like,
no,
embarrassed?
literally.
Hey.
I was like, no, because I told the person I'm seeing that like I'm starting this again, and he was like, "Oh, that's so cool," and I was like, "Yeah, it's fine." Like I was like embarrassed to talk about it for some reason.
Yeah, because we disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And not only that,
And we lived together for a year and
and we didn't do it.
record a single episode.
We booked guests.
Yeah.
Which guys, if you're listening to this, we will be messaging.
Yeah, totally.
reaching back out.
We just need to be for real, you know? We need to come correct is what I'm envisioning for us. And I feel good about this run.
Well, yeah, we're doing a full rebrand.
Full rebrand.
And it's going to give.
Full commitment. Really different people from the last time we recorded this podcast, which is scary to think about.
Oh, us.
Yes.
I thought you meant the guest. I was like, well, no. But us, yes.
Yes, us,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Well, yes.
Like what, for example? Would you say?
I don't really know. Like, I feel like I just feel calmer.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yes. Well, we're not going to be like having hot takes for no reason.
Totally. Like, I feel like I'm much more empathetic. Well, my frontal cortex is developed, which
I'm
is
not
the
there
biggest. You're close though, right?
What's the year?
25.
Oh, then maybe
Yeah.
I am. I do feel calmer.
Wait, you are 25.
Hold on. Men's is later.
Right. But still, 25 is like a big age.
Oh, no. I feel completely fine. I just meant like
Yeah.
scientifically.
Totally. But like, think about like we were in our early 20s and now we're in the mids.
Oh, I was crazy. I said some crazy things. Like, I remember saying the new Carrie is better than the old Carrie.
Whoa. I
Crazy
don't remember
thing
you
to
saying
say.
that.
Well, I do. I think about it so often. 'Cause I'm like,
So
why did
basically, this is our disclaimer that like any episode previously
Yeah.
from this one, like we don't claim her.
This is like full, like we're giving like when they did the new Halloween that like erased all the other ones.
Totally.
Like that's what this is giving. Like disregard everything. Like it's there.
And we're gonna like deal with it.
Yeah.
We're hoping not for an Io Adibri J-Lo moment.
We will have one. I know something's gonna come back to haunt us, but really all we can do is say sorry.
Yeah, it's
We
like
did what we had to do. We are not nepo babies.
Real.
And so sorry about it.
Real. Anyways,
I need to pull up the doc.
but yeah, I guess life update. We lived together for a year, and then now we don't.
Yeah.
Not because of any reason.
No, I got a boyfriend. Oh, gay now. That's something.
Mama.
Well, gay always, but like gay, like, oh, not the ding.
We're proud. We're proud.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
This is crazy.
We also haven't seen each other in like over a month.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, got a boyfriend. Moved out with boyfriend. I have a different roommate. I love this apartment though.
It's such
Do you
a
miss
good
her?
apartment. I do.
Yeah.
Because the thing they don't tell you is that when people as in landlords remodel apartments, they lose all of their charm. And this apartment,
Charm.
that's not the case. Like it has like molding around all the doors. Like there's little built-in shelves. Like it literally has all the old Hollywood like
totally.
architecture
And it would have
still in
been
it.
such a cunty little set for us.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
Well,
it is now.
but
But like, well, I guess it looks pretty much the same since you left. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Just some more
There's
pillows.
another pillow, but that's pretty much it.
Anyways, to the movies and television, you want to talk about?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, if you guys are new here, this is a good place to start because this is the reboot. So what we do before we get into the episode is we do like what we watched over the past week or however long it's been. And mine's a little outdated. It has already won an Emmy, multiple actually, but I had been watching it for the first time because The Bear season 3 is coming out June 27th. So maybe by the time this is out, I have no idea. And I was just not on the train to The Bear, and I don't know why. I was just like, girl, I don't care about cooking. But then I was like, I also don't care about sports, and Challenger is my favorite movie of the year. So
I was
maybe-
literally like gonna
yeah.
say like I need to talk about challengers really bad.
Oh.
Like really fucking bad.
Okay, let me finish the bear, and
Yeah.
we need to get into challengers. Oh my god. Okay.
I know it's literally I added it to my all-time favorite movies list. Dead ass.
I think we could do a whole episode on challenges.
Oh, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Slay.
We'll cover it lightly because we need to address
Yeah.
the rumors.
Yeah.
No
and-
one's talking about
No,
this.
no, no. At all. Anyways, so I was like, my boyfriend, he was like, oh, we need to watch The Bear because the new season's coming out. And I was like, oh my god. Okay, finally, like I'll watch it. And the
It's
episodes
such
are so
an
short.
it's such an
Yeah.
easy show to watch.
First season, perfect season of television. It ended so well to the point that I was like, I actually don't want to keep going because this feels like a perfect ending. And let me tell you, those first few episodes, that was right. But then we got to that like Christmas special thing with jump scare guest stars. Like one after the other. Like I was literally like clutching my pearls. I was like, Jamie Lee Curtis? I was
Totally.
like, what is going on?
And she's the titular character.
Yeah, like she's their mom.
Yeah.
Like it's like not even, it's not
She's the
guest.
source of the trauma. Boots.
Also, the way I didn't catch on to like halfway through, even though she's holding up wine glass that gets fuller every time we see it, and I was like, "Oh, like that's why they're in
Right.
therapy."
Totally.
But so yeah, incredible episode, so good. And then the next one is the one I just watched last night, and it's the one, I don't know what it's called, but it's the one where Carmi sends cousin to what's his name?
Oh yes.
To
cousin.
the is that really his name?
No, but
Oh,
he's
okay.
cousin.
Okay. Sends him to like the fancy restaurant to
Mhm.
get like a training. When
Yeah.
I tell you,
That's
I
one
cried.
of the best episodes of television ever made. I
and
fear.
Josiah kept saying that to me, and I was like,
It really is though.
but that's a crazy way to hype up an episode, and it fully lived up to it.
Mm-hmm.
The Olivia Colman jump scare,
Oh my god.
but it's such a like it's so quiet, like. The way the bear treats like the guest appearances is so cool because it's not like in other shows they like zoom in, it's like a beat, so everyone's like, yeah, that's who you thought it is.
Richie, by the way.
Richie, oh my god, duh. But with all like the characters on the bear, they're kind of just, they feel like they're in that world already.
Totally.
You're not watching Olivia Colman, you're watching the owner of that restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, I cried so much. What a good episode.
Oh, it's haunting. You know what scene haunts me?
Which one?
Is the one where he's in like, I think he's in AA, right? He's in AA.
Carmi or
Carmi.
Okay, Carmi.
Yeah, and he's like talking about like his anxiety boots. Like, also the way that they shoot anxiety attacks in that show.
Girl. Sometimes I'm like, maybe we should pause it. 'Cause
No.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Right, but he like has this whole monologue, and he's like, I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop, and like people are like, I don't even know if there's another shoe, and I'm like, that's literally
Crazy, yeah.
literally the root of my anxiety.
Yeah.
That was such a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, I was
and that made me sob. I literally had to stop, and I was like,
yeah.
oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm realizing things about myself. It's really scary, like personally, like having to identify with a white male character.
So fair.
Totally. So that's my tea right now. I'm Carmi, I fear. Well, old me, you think about it.
Oh wow.
Think about it.
Oh my god.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Moment of silence for that queen. Seriously.
I agree, actually, but not anymore. I wouldn't say.
No, I'm
Also,
hella chill now.
The way I was telling Josiah, I was like, I don't know if maybe I'm just not built for like the food thing. If you yell at me once, I'm quitting.
No, and
You
I
will
asked
not
my
speak
friend
to me
who's
like
the
that.
chef. I was like, "Is it really like that?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I was
No,
like,
I'm not doing that.
"And you choose
Yeah.
to do that?"
Yeah.
Oh wow.
If
If someone looks at me weird walking by, I'm
Yeah.
like,
yeah, you're like,
oh
sorry.
my god.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, that episode I just thought was so beautiful.
Mhm.
So yeah, I haven't finished the season yet, but new season of the Bear.
Yeah, we'll
coming
circle
out.
back.
Yeah, we'll circle back.
So challengers.
How many times have you seen it?
4.
Oh, you're winning. I saw it 3 times. It's.
Wait, did I see it 4 times? I might have been lying. I think 3 actually. Yeah, 3.
Checking the letterbox, me.
For real. That's my source.
Guys.
You reviewed this film 3 times. All 5 stars.
Yeah. The first time I watched it, 4.5. And then I went back and I was like, why did I knock it down half. Like
I've
it's
never heard a
perfect.
better score in my life.
Oh, I listen to it at the gym.
Me,
It makes me feel so alive.
I literally listen to it on the way to work every day.
It's so good. Like I can't believe how good it is.
Yeah. Like, cunt. Like, I love that each character has their own theme.
Yeah.
I love the theme of the challengers itself. Like, it's just like not what you would expect for like a sports type movie, but it makes so much sense.
Of course. Yeah.
100%. Oh my god.
When the one that's called Match Point, that's like at the end.
You know, they did the score for Gone Girl as well.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything about that Gone Girl score.
I just watched it and I was like,
Is it?
it's definitely good, but it's like, this is their best work, I fear.
Well, yeah, it's also a different movie.
If they don't get a fucking Oscar, I swear to God.
I sweep boots.
Sweep.
Like,
But
I'm
I
not
don't
even
know, like, the Oscars, because, you know, it's like,
Well,
like,
was
maybe for the score, yes, but, like, because I don't know if they want to be openly horny. You know what I mean?
That's true. People are. There's a
And they're
horny
homophobic,
epidemic.
right?
The Oscars?
Right? A little bit.
Not if a straight
like,
man is playing the game.
Totally,
Then they're on board.
totally.
Which they are in this movie, I think. I mean, not to like theorize, but I don't know what they are. I think straight. I'm fine with it. I really don't care.
I don't.
And you know why?
And you know what? I know we
Jonathan-
had a different opinion before because I know we've
Yes.
talked about it on this podcast.
But you know who changed my opinion? Jonathan Bailey. I was like, if a gay man can play a straight man that well, everyone can do whatever they want.
Yes, I think we just need to across the board.
If they're good,
you
they're
know,
good. And if
Totally.
they want to make out with whoever, good. Let it
I
us
want to
watch.
make out with Jonathan Bailey, and it's just never gonna happen. It's like really sick. But I know I'm not the only one. Anyways, challengers, perfect
Oh, yes.
movie. Luca did
But
did the thing.
No.
Yeah, I
but
was like, I'm not even gonna fucking try.
we will learn it because we need to
King.
put respect on his name. He is so.
I want and
Good.
you know that variety like actors on actors thing,
Yeah.
but I want it with him and Yorios.
You ate.
Clip
And
that.
you ate.
Clip that.
And
At
also,
variety.
just, I want to see them pronounce each other's names. Because I know
Totally.
they'll do it correctly.
They're both quirked up little men.
yeah.
Not little. They're probably tall.
I want to know.
And they're like funny and like.
Also, you know what I
horny and,
love?
like, cunt.
Luca's just always out there with, like, famous gay men. He's just like, oh, I'm having dinner with Omar Apollo. For the vibes.
For them.
Period. Like, I would be doing the same thing.
Absolutely.
Like, whatever. And also, just, like, looking, because after Challengers, cause I already was a stan before, but, like, a casual stan. But after Challengers, I was like, hold on, I need to, like, we need to retread my steps because I need to, like, look at everything else.
Mhm.
Bones and all, so good. Call
Yeah.
Me By Your Name.
He keeps getting better and better.
Yes.
Which I feel like is not like a typical thing for directors.
No, sometimes it's like they make a good one and then everyone's like, oh, they're not as good anymore. But
Mhm.
this is the best one. And they've been getting better and better. Like, Suspiria, I did not like it the first time I watched it. And then I rewatched it and I was like, I'm so sorry, Luca. Because this is so good.
Right.
And also Zendaya, Josh O'Connor, and Mike Feist.
Are you team Art or team Patrick?
I actually don't like either of them. And on further inspection.
Okay,
watching-
we don't need to get into the fucking
Wait,
mechanics.
attractive?
Like, yes. Like,
Oh.
I'm not talking about the psyche. I'm talking about
Team
straight
Patrick.
up.
Team Patrick.
Oh,
The first time I watched it, I was not Team Patrick.
I'm team Art down. But I have history with Mike, so
Can I tell you why? So when I first watched it, I was Team Mike.
no one wants a fucking yearner ass like little like.
I disagree,
Okay,
but the reason I know is
Right.
because and guys,
you whispering.
cover your ears. I saw some interviews with him, and I don't like
Josh?
how rude he is. No, Mike,
Oh, he's rude.
so rude. Well, his whole thing is like, oh, I don't want to be here. I'm like, girl, you're doing press for a movie that you did. Like, do you want people to
Damn,
go or
I'm
not?
so digmatized. Like I didn't even notice
Like,
that.
oh my god, like he was like, and also like there was a clip of him, Emma Chamberlain talking to both of them at the Met Gala,
Mhm.
and like, is she asking a good question? I mean, no, but she's there for the vibes, and there's no need to be rude about it. I mean, I'm still a stan. He's so good.
Yeah,
And
I'm like-
sometimes when they're that good, it's like, do you care? But I also, I need to not be, I need to not have
You
a
don't know
double
what
standard.
he's going through.
No, I don't care. Because I'm like, if I also think that like if people are like, oh, these female celebrities are rude, okay, then we also need to be like that for the
Totally,
male celebrities.
totally. Well, yeah, the whole Jacob Elordi, who was the girl that was. No, there was some. Oh, Rachel Zegler and Jacob Elordi, like they both were like kind of talking not bad about their projects, but like they were just being real about the
Oh, yeah.
experience, and then people were like crucifying Rachel Zegler,
Yeah.
and then but Jacob Elordi, he can't do anything wrong.
Oh, he can. He walks his dog without a leash. And I it makes me so mad. And it's illegal, I think. Anyways.
And it's illegal.
I-
So he's a
So
criminal.
Jacob,
He's
watch
a
out.
criminal.
I'll call the something on him.
That one, like, is going to get us canceled. For sure.
Should I cut it out?
No, but
Okay.
I'm just, like, thinking.
It's a listener exclusive. No one clip this. I'm not clipping
Patreon.
it. It's a Patreon exclusive.
Paywall.
Anyways, yeah, Team Patrick and so do your Team Mike.
Team Art.
Oh, Team Art, sorry. Oop.
Um,
But Tashi did the least. Well, actually.
I love all of them. I'm just need to make it clear I love all of these
Oh, me
people.
too.
I love that
The
I love
characters.
that they're all flawed characters.
Yeah.
Because I can see the motivations for everybody.
Yeah.
And I get it. I get it. My Libra ass feels very, very sufficed. But it is crazy, the fan fiction. Have you been seeing the fan fiction?
Oh, I haven't, but I've been
And they
seeing the
literally
edits.
like put it like they write it like it's a script.
Oh, what?
So sometimes I'm like, at first I was like, oh, like you know, like scripts change when you shoot. Like there's a shooting script and there's a script that they submit, you know. And then I was reading one of them and I was like, there's no way this is real. And then I went to the comments and they're like, well, this is such good fanfic. And I'm like, whoa.
I've been seeing those, but I thought they were the actual script, and I was like, well, I already read
there was
it.
one that was.
And then people were like, let's
And
make
then,
our own.
Yes, then they were inspired.
That's kind of creative. I like that.
No, I thought it was because it was reading like fanfic, so I was like, oh my god, they need to like start writing fanfic like a script.
Yeah, I love that.
I would eat that the fuck up because
Yeah.
sometimes like the words like line by line by line, I'm jumbled, but like I like the spacing of a script.
Yeah.
So I'm here to say we need to start writing fan fiction in form of script, so it's easier on the eyes.
I'm on
guess.
board.
Totally.
I've been seeing the edits.
Oh yeah, that's on my For You page.
Yeah,
Oh
I've
my god, I saw
saved so
really
many.
sad Tashi and another
Was
Patrick
it with
one.
the Taylor Swift song? Oh, never
I
mind. That
don't
was
know.
Tashi and Art, and it was like, oh, because.
Oh, I did see that one.
But
as
I don't
well.
like that. Let's not victimize Art because her knee wouldn't be broken if it wasn't for him.
Well,
I think so.
okay. That's what we're gonna do.
let's end it there, and
Right.
we'll circle back because I might watch it again and be
Oh, I'm gonna watch it again for
and
sure.
yeah, and then I'm gonna be on someone else's side.
Totally.
So it doesn't
I'm on
even
all their
matter.
sides. I get it.
I get it too, and
I
I love
get
the
it, you
ending.
guys.
So good.
So
It made me feel
good.
so alive.
It feels like such a perfect movie. Like
Yeah.
I watch it 3 times and I'm like, no, it's honestly like, if anything, I wish like maybe part. I've put their
What?
ship name. I made a ship name on accident.
Crazy part.
I do love the sauna scene, but I kind of wish we saw them be a little bit more wimpy. A little bit more wimpy towards each other, like a little more simpy.
Like a little bit more like,
A little
we
more-
also have feelings for each other.
Yeah, like
like
when they were
one more
older,
scene.
like a little wink. When they were older.
In the college years or what?
No,
Oh, in
like
the-
yes, when like maybe in the sauna scene, like there was. I mean, Patrick was definitely flirting with Art in the sauna
Yeah,
scene,
he was.
but like I wish Art like gave it in a little bit more and then ripped him to shreds because that
Okay.
would be cunt.
Oh, yeah.
So that's my only note, but I still feel really good about what I saw, and I
Oh,
will see it again,
absolutely.
and I will be
Same.
getting the Blu-ray, DVD, fucking digital, fucking
Combo.
tin. Like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at Target,
Yeah.
so
It's like, I mean, I don't disagree with anything. I already ordered and not the $200 one. I ordered the fan made version of the I Told You shirt.
wait, send the link.
Oh, I absolutely will.
I need it. We didn't have a good transition for this, but we're gonna move into the actual fucking meat of the episode, which is Comeback Kids. Because guess what? We're a part of them.
Mhm.
We're coming back. So basically, I guess like there's different like levels to this for sure. Like some are a little bit more egregious, as in drugs, and well, I don't know if egregious. I don't really know what that word means. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
But
Some of them were egregious, as in drugs. I was like,
and I'm like, I don't know
oh.
if egregious is the right word because I literally like drew a blank on the definition in my head, but I'm gonna stick with it anyways. And then some of them it's just because Hollywood is like really like surface level type
Yeah.
beat.
Some are societal, some are they needed some.
Totally. Thank you
help.
so much for contextualizing.
Contextualizing?
Contextualizing.
Oh, this is a
Intextualizing.
rough start.
Mama.
Guys,
You go.
well, yes. Anyways, the reason we're talking about this because we're back, but also I feel like very recently, and maybe it's because since there's a whole new generation of people discovering actors that were famous for the past generations, but like an actor making a comeback is such the moment, like right now.
Totally.
Like with a lot of these, it's like the younger generations have embraced these older actors, and by older I don't mean old, I just mean like older than us, have embraced these actors because a lot of them we grew up watching them in movies when we were kids, or we're rediscovering them now and we're like, oh, they were yeah. And so I feel like maybe that's what it is. It's the sort of a switch in audience and who has the, I mean, girl, the industry is crazy. It's because I was gonna say a switch in who has the power, but I'm like, at this point, like nobody cares what the audience thinks in terms of studios.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, but anyways, we don't need to get into that. But I'd say the biggest example, because I feel like everyone was talking about this during like award season last year. Was it last year?
I don't know. It might have been a while ago. It might have been 2 years.
It might have been 2 years ago.
Crazy.
It was 2 years ago.
Anyways.
Because that wasn't that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, Brendan Fraser, King. Oh, and I'm also wearing a Brendan Fraser shirt for the visual
audience
stands. I don't know.
Audience.
Yeah, the visual audience. I just lost my train of thought.
That's my king, though. Well, because okay, for me, like I feel like a lot of people identify with this, but he was a stunning '90s heartthrob.
Yeah.
He had that little hair, floppy little hair. George of the Jungle. What's the other one? The Mummy.
Oh my God.
Stunning.
The Mummy? So good.
Looney Tunes back in action. That's perhaps my favorite. I used to watch that all the time because it was always on TV.
Oh, I had the DVD and my DVD was ran through. Like I would watch that so often. The scene where they're like, I don't even remember what the context is. They're like in like an alien like lab and there's a bunch of weird creatures and like little. That scene is imprinted in my head.
Cooked. It's really cooked in there. But yeah, so basically he 90s heartthrob, but then I know that like on The Mummy he did all of his own stunts, which is crazy, you guys. Like that's really insane.
Yeah.
You need to watch Fall Guy. Anyways.
8.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, 8. No one wants to watch it with me. Anyways, that's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie.
I love how you've just lied multiple times, but at least you caught yourself.
Yeah, I was like, let me not, because I was like trying to do things, be like, yeah, no one cares. But then like, okay, like be so fucking for real. Anyways, he had to get a lot of surgery because he hurt himself. Obviously,
Crazy.
like doing repetitive like throws onto the floor. Like, no, like absolutely not. And also allegedly he was like blacklisted in the early 2000s after coming out that he was SA'd by a former Hollywood Foreign Press president. And he also had a gnarly divorce that put him in like a depressive state. I'm assuming. Well, a lot happened to this man. He went through shit.
Yeah.
And I think like when people like recognize that, they were like, and it's been like rumblings through internet for years, even before like his comeback. Like people are like rooting for him because people knew like all the shit that he was going through, and you know, like people are really mean about like, you know, changes in appearances.
Girl, the early 2000s was a crazy time.
Yeah, but even like kind of like in the mid 2000s too. Yeah, because like he went away because he had to deal with his shit. And then when he got spotted again, people were like, ooh, and I'm like, what the fuck you? I'm like, leave him alone. Yeah. Leave this poor man alone. Like, I think like we just like, it's so superficial, and that's so Hollywood, like super superficial, like not like, oh my God, he looks different. What happened? It's like, oh, he looks different. Ew.
Yeah.
Like, that's so like immature. Me sitting on my soapbox.
No, well, I agree. Like, but it's also there's such a stigma even now about like sexual assault when it comes to men, and so back then, I mean, I wasn't there. I mean, I was a kid, but who knows what people were saying about like, especially men, in regards to sexual assault. Some men just don't, it's like not clicking.
No,
and so, And we do have a few articles about this episode from like various different websites that I will link somewhere. You'll find out when this comes out, but so that you can go a little bit more into detail on each of these people. But there's an article called "The Timeline of Brendan Fraser's Career and Comeback," and I just want to read this exact sentence so we know that we're not like making things up. This is like
he'd been saying it. Yeah.
In his GQ interview from 2018, Fraser claimed that the former president of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, the nonprofit organization that votes for the Golden Globe Awards, Philip Burke, sexually assaulted him in the summer of 2003 while at a luncheon at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Burke has denied Fraser's claims.
And I think during award season, he didn't go to the Golden Globes.
He didn't.
Yeah, he didn't.
8.
He
really 8.
Yeah.
Because...
yes. Oh yeah, he probably got triggered as fuck.
Yeah, but it's also like they didn't like stand with him at all. Mm-hmm. And even there's a point where like too much damage is done, and he was like, "This is where I draw the line. I'm not going." And it's okay because he won the Oscar, which is crazy.
Yeah.
For The Whale.
Yeah. You never watched it, did you?
No.
Yeah, I watched it. I think we're focusing on the wrong thing when it comes to The Whale. Like, yes, of course he's in a fat suit, and of course, like, it's very grotesque, some of the like images. One thing about me is that I'm not a Darren Aronofsky fan in the slightest. So I was really brave in going to this movie. I do like Black Swan, of course. Who doesn't like Black Swan? I feel. But everything else that man has made, I'm like, we'll get into it at a different time. But I thought I had really interesting thoughts about religion, which I like. I think that's something to like talk about, but obviously no one's talking about that.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
we're not.
No,
and I'm not. Yeah, I think my problem with it was I started watching it on an airplane once, and the way
that's crazy. Not an airplane movie.
No. I didn't get that far into it, but just the way that he filmed, like the way that the fatness is directed, as almost like a body horror thing.
Yes, that's the part that
I
gets
was like,
me.
ooh, I'm not on board for that.
No,
I'm not on board for that.
You know what? I feel like a different movie that did it in a better way, like because the whole thing is like, oh, it's because he's super fat because he's like suffocated by all these things. You know, a different movie that did it and didn't put somebody in a fat suit. I saw The TV Glow. You know how like he couldn't breathe and like that was supposed to be like a sign for like how he felt or. Mama, did you not watch that movie?
No, I did. What part are you talking about?
Throughout the whole movie, that king is wheezing.
Yeah.
And like as the movie progresses and as he gets older, like the wheezing gets worse and worse, and it's like showing that he's suffocating on the inside because like you know he's going through so many like things internally.
Yes.
But he wasn't in a fucking fat suit. He just couldn't fucking breathe.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, there's other ways to
depict that type of thing without. Like you don't need to be like body horror fat suit. Like maybe like King had crusty lip, but like that's
the crusty lips are crazy.
Oscar for the crusty lips.
Yeah.
Like
no, I fully agree. I see what you're saying now. Like so just the name The Whale is crazy.
Yeah, I feel like and he knew what he was doing by doing that. Like I also just think like we're not in a place in society where you can do that. No, like that's not what people are gonna run away from your movie with. And do you know what I mean? Yes. And like I'm like such like a big like filmmakers do need to like have responsibility when they are doing that, and he didn't give a fuck if fat people later died.
No, you're right. And I would love to say that every audience across America has critical thinking skills. That's not the case. Like I will go to like for example, I saw a TV Glow. There was giggles. I was like, I think I'm gonna die right now, and everyone's like, there's like people laughing. I'm like,
oh my god, I saw Drive Away Doll. Do you ever see the movie?
Yes.
And like during one of the scenes, like a man started laughing, and I was like,
laughing during lesbian sex scenes.
Yes, that's what it was.
Crazy.
That's what it was. I was like, grow up. What the fuck?
What's another recent lesbian movie?
Bottoms.
But they don't have sex in that. I saw another movie where there was like a gay scene between two women and people were laughing.
Oh, I know. Love Lies Bleeding?
Yes. Oh my god, Love Lies Bleeding. I was like, what? Guys, that is not the vibe.
I'm like,
even though that movie was like had really like comedic moments,
but
The
everyone's
sex
like,
was very
no,
much
yeah,
just horny.
yes. And then Drive Away Dolls 2, I'm like, y'all are laughing at the wrong beats.
Yeah.
It was so crazy. I watched Drive Away Dolls like one with like a more like definitely gay audience, and then the second time I saw it, it was like, oh man, I was like one of two women in there, and it was such a different vibe. Rancid. Anyways,
well, like picking off of the momentum of The Whale and like his Oscar nomination, and just like all the press behind that, he had already filmed, I think, another full movie, Batgirl.
It was a movie?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was a TV show.
No, it was a show. I mean, it was a TV. Sorry, it was a movie called Batgirl, and I don't remember who else was in it, but Brendan Fraser played Firefly. It's like a
the
DC
queen
villain.
from In the Heights. Hold on, let me look
Oh,
up her
yeah.
name.
Well,
She was done dirty.
Oh my god.
We need to talk about how like Latina actresses in Hollywood right now are like literally getting put through the fucking ringer. I don't know what that's
Latina
about.
actresses that were in the movie In the Heights. I've had a rough year.
Oh, I forgot that she's also in that movie.
Yeah.
Literally just Melissa Barrera
Love
and
that. Love that queen.
Damn. What's her name? Leslie Grace.
Yes. Oh my god. Well, if you guys,
Stunning cheekbones.
yeah.
My goodness.
Oh yeah, beautiful. She was Batgirl. They filmed the whole movie, and then David Zaslav, how do you say his name? Girl, whatever. He just decided, oh,
Next.
actually, I would love for this to be a tax write-off, and just deleted the movie completely.
It's crazy that they can
That
do
should
that.
be illegal, Boots. Like, that's fucking crazy.
That's why they delete stuff off of streaming services too. Mama, what?
Westworld, a Emmy-winning show.
They deleted it?
It's not on HBO Max. It's an HBO show. I was like, where can I watch? Because I was trying to show it to Josiah. I was like, where can I watch it? It's nowhere. I had to buy the Blu-ray, which obviously, like, where physical media stands, like,
Boots.
I have no problem buying, like, Blu-rays or DVDs of a movie that I love, but it's just like, how are other people? Because I know not everyone's out here buying Blu-rays.
No.
So how are people supposed to watch Westworld? It was like Game of Thrones status.
Yeah, it was really big.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're doing over at Max.
That's all I have to say. Yeah, it was really big. I'm like, I don't know anything about Westworld.
Whatever. But yeah, Brendan Fraser, we are by your side.
Right. We're rooting for you.
We are rooting for you. What has he done since he was in Oppenheimer? Jump scare.
Oh my god, he was.
Like,
that was
literally
another
jumped out of
movie
his
that
seat.
like literally jump scare of the cameos. Oh, King,
Yeah.
look at this picture. That's a gorgeous
Yeah.
picture of him. I'm gonna cry.
Also, I heard that they were rebooting The Mummy, but that might have been like a Facebook like fake new movie news thing.
Totally.
Girl,
Let's see if
everything's-
he has something coming out. Doom Patrol? Oh my god, he was in Killers of the Flower Moon.
Was that? Oh, I thought that was Oppenheimer. Was he in Oppenheimer? Did I just make that up?
Yeah, we made that. We
Oh,
both
when he
made
jumps
that.
up, that's in Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yes.
Oh, I confused the movie. but
yeah,
I
and
can
he
see
like
the scene in my
yells, and
head.
it was like crazy.
He's like, objection, and I was like, like, hello, King. Didn't know you were in this.
He's in Doom Patrol now.
Yes, but he's kind of like his face is covered up because he's like a robot.
Okay, yeah, Robot Man.
Yeah.
But that's like the most recent thing. Upcoming 5. Batgirl's on there. Brothers.
Don't know what that is.
Behind the Curtain of the Night. Sacrifice for Rental Family. Okay, he's
booked. And
He's
that's
booked.
what matters.
That's really what matters, because I would hate for that King to.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot how like crazy the whale looks. Honestly, it came up and I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, like obviously for all these people, like we want them to stay booked because we are
Absolutely.
such fans. But another person that has been booked recently a lot is Jennifer Coolidge. What was the first thing I saw Jennifer? Oh my God, Legally Blonde. Was it Legally Blonde?
Mine was a Cinderella Story.
Is she in Legally
And
Blonde?
she fucking ate that. Yes, she's in. Yeah. So basically, like, Queen was typecast in comedy
Oh
movies.
my God, yeah.
So the first time I saw her was a Cinderella Story. You saw her in
What is
Legally
she in Cinderella
Blonde.
Story?
She's the stepmom. She's like the evil
Oh,
stepmom.
yes.
She ate that.
Yeah, of course.
And then she was like the hot mom in American Pie as well. So like bimbo realness.
Yeah.
She's the bimbo.
They hire her because she's Jennifer Coolidge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? Bimbos have brains as well. And like we need to stop like with the madness and like the rumors. But yeah, she like she was like very prominent in those types of movies and comedy movies, but she never really did any serious roles. And another one of those people where people are like, icon, where is she?
Yeah.
Anybody got eyes on Jennifer Coolidge?
Yeah.
Seriously. And you know who did? What's that guy's name? Mike
Well,
White.
let's actually backtrack a little bit, and let's give credit to Miss Ariana Grande. And we have to, because Ariana
I
Grande,
forgot about that. She's the one that resuscitated it.
Yes.
I forget about this.
And I think she thanks her. She like was thanked her in an interview, but Ariana Grande had her in the Thank You Next video, and it like, girl, she was. I remember when that came out, and then immediately like, Jennifer Coolidge was in a commercial, like right after. But yeah, like after that, she Jennifer Coolidge said she started getting more opportunities.
That's why I'm like, who the fuck is in Hollywood making decisions? Because I'm like, do y'all like? It's like they forget about these people. And I'm like, so y'all don't even actually care. And let me in. Anyways,
we want. Oh, actually, never mind. I was gonna be shady. See, guys, we have healed and we have moved on from the people we were. Because 2018, Daniel would have said something crazy right there, but I didn't, and I stopped myself. But yeah, so obviously Jennifer Coolidge said she started getting more opportunities because of her appearance in that video, and one of those roles was Miss Tanya in The White Lotus seasons 1 and 2. Girl, that's one for the books. I love The White Lotus.
That's going to be talked about like for years to come. 100%.
We did also say that about Euphoria, and I think Euphoria is going to disappear off the face of the
I think it's like it is, but then like in 10, 15 years, like
it's gonna be like Freaks
the youth
and
of
Geeks.
the and like the youth of the time. Wait, it's gonna be Freaks. That makes me so sad.
I don't think it has to be a bad thing.
I know, but like it's just like the potential of that show.
I know.
Like it really could have been, and I really thought, we all thought,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
we all thought,
Yeah.
But then the truth reveals itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's another
get
fucking episode. Seriously.
Yeah. The way we did like an episode all about the influence of Euphoria. We're gonna have to do part 2, the downfall of Euphoria.
100%. But it did influence. It still is influential to this day, and it's crazy to even think about. But anyways, White Lotus is also like, I mean, Sydney Sweeney was in it, right? The first season.
Yes.
Like, HBO knows what they're fucking doing.
Well,
for the most part.
Creatives. On the creative side.
Of course, on the creative side.
Girl, if we go higher up, they don't know what's going on.
No, and that could be applied to any studio ever.
Or even just jobs. Just any job.
Totally capitalism boots.
Yeah.
Like, really. Once you get into business brain, the humanity's lost.
Yeah. But yeah, so for the White Lotus, she won a Golden Globe. She won an Emmy. And it was just so exciting to see because, like, the girls who get it. Like, we knew Jennifer Coolidge had it, the X Factor. Like, she's just so fun to watch. But seeing her in a role like Tanya, who's just like a crazy
she's so witty.
diva.
Like, she's like so quick with it, and like that's why I'm like, the bimbos need their moment in the sun to shine, because I'm like, yeah, she's like ditzy whatever, but like she's snapping back quickly.
Yes.
Yeah,
she's so good. She's so good in the White Lotus. And no spoilers, but
rip.
Yeah, well, I guess spoilers.
It's been 2 years, right?
That's true. I feel like that's not a long time.
That's a long time for me.
Okay.
For a culturally like significant show, like come on.
That's
like, I'm not
true.
gonna be spoiling The Bear right now. Like, did we?
Actually, I don't think so.
Anyways, there's nothing to spoil with The Bear.
No.
I don't really. Yeah, there's not. It's not like
I guess the cameos are the only thing that would be spoiled. But like,
deep.
whatever.
It's really
more.
not that damn deep.
But yeah, Jennifer Coolidge, we love you.
Stan.
Yeah, hers is not like.
We're starting off light, by the way. Like, it gets dark. It gets dark.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like, hers was more of just she was typecast, and then those kinds of movies kind of stopped being made, and then they kind of stopped hiring her, and then with the White Lotus, we're seeing a resurgence.
Yeah, and that's like something really beautiful that I feel like a lot more hit TV shows need to do, and The Bear's doing it as well.
Yeah.
Like because of the star power of your show, like being in the cultural zeitgeist, like having the opportunity to resuscitate like a lot of people's careers. Like, I mean, Parker Posey has been on a lot of things, honestly, but like I feel like she's gonna be in the new season of White Lotus.
Oh,
And
she's gonna get the same
like
treatment.
she was in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Icon, but like that's another comedic actress. Like that's what I have in the notes. Like that needs to be like its own episode. Like the typecasting of it all. Like it's crazy. Like even Matthew McConaughey.
Because
anyways.
I feel like the higher ups think that we want to see the people we like doing the same thing over and over again, when it's so much more interesting to see them do something so totally different and be good at it, because you know people are good at their jobs. So yeah, like it's just so great to see people that we love for something being celebrated for doing something so completely different. With like Brendan Fraser.
That's literally what actors are supposed to do, you guys. Like let actors be actors.
Period. Groundbreaking.
Groundbreaking take.
I was gonna say, speaking of let actors be actors, but that, I mean, sure.
Yeah, I mean, he was an actor for a really long time.
He was typecast in a way.
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah. We're really trying with the transitions. It's just not hitting right now, and that's okay. It doesn't need to hit.
So, Ke Huy Quan, king of.
Sorry,
because I'm cutting all that.
No, I know. That's why I laughed. No, go
sorry,
ahead.
we just went on an expedition to see if we're pronouncing his name right, and I think we are, but like I'm not 100% sure. So after Indiana Jones and Goonies, Indiana Jones, he's in Temple of Doom, right? Yeah.
I don't know the difference between
okay.
the Indiana Jones. Sure I'm not asking the right girl. Seriously.
Indiana Jones lore. After Indiana Jones and Goonies, he could not book a role.
And he was a child star.
Yeah.
Just,
which is a whole other
asterisk.
Thing. Yeah. And he felt that due to there not being, you know, any roles available for Asians in Hollywood, that's kind of why he wasn't able to get any work. And then after Crazy Rich Asians, he credits that with sort of a resurgence in...
Not even resurgence.
And not a resurgence, a
change.
Yeah. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my God, girl, we need to get the dictionaries out. What's it called when they really want something?
Mama. I don't fucking know.
Like they need a lot of it and they want to hire a lot. Like, in demand. There was a demand. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Take it from the top.
There was a demand.
Silly.
So he felt that after Crazy Rich Asians, there was more of a demand for Asian characters in different kinds
Asian
of media,
stories,
like TV shows.
Yeah.
And
it's just so crazy because I'm like, China is one of the biggest fucking like box offices in the fucking world.
Yeah. And
still the Hollywood just doesn't think people give a fuck about Asians. Like, huh?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you like? It just sounds insane to say out loud.
Well, it's because the U.S.
Well, let's look at who's at the top.
Well,
as well.
Yeah.
So.
The U.S. loves to think that only the U.S. exists.
Totally.
And it's crazy. It's just because
that doesn't make me so angry.
Oh,
like that statement, because it's real. It's just like it's just so insane. Like, and it's all intersectional, anyways.
Yeah. We did actually. That was such a bad transition, but whatever. We did actually go to the R.I.P. The Late Late Show with James Corden.
Yeah.
We went when Ke Huy Quan was there and Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So much
combo.
Fun. And fun fact: we went to that and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're like ending," and we were like, "Oh, we should request tickets to the last episode," because like.
I'm gonna take credit for it. I said that.
Yeah.
I said something.
But I was boots on the ground on one iota, and I was like, "It's up."
You were.
Okay, yeah. So it was a team effort.
I planted the thought, and then you executed.
And that's teamwork.
Totally.
But anyways, we ended up going to the last show, and it was, I don't know, it was just such a cool experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked James Corden a question. Don't remember.
Ooh, yes, you did.
But I blacked out. It's because of that cookie they gave us. It's just I miss the Late Late Show so much. Not even just watching, because I didn't really watch it, but
it was the most entertaining live taping.
Yes, it was such a cool thing to do in LA.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Now there's nothing.
No, girl.
There's
but did you watch the new season of Hacks?
No, not yet.
Oh, never mind then. It's so good. It's all out.
I'll have to watch it.
Yes.
Okay, I need to watch it.
Okay, we'll circle back to that.
That's one of the best TV shows on television.
And this one's really good.
Really doesn't get enough attention. Someone make fucking TikTok edits to that. Seriously.
I think they're getting Emmys this season because it was so good. I'm serious.
Yay.
Like, it's crazy. But anyways, there was an article on Vanity Fair called Ki Hui Kwan's True Hollywood Comeback. And they kind of asked him a little bit about like, what did you do on your acting break and all that. And he actually went to film school and ended up being a stunt coordinator on movies like X-Men.
Well, you know how like when people go on press tours, they like literally have like 4 stories to tell, and they tell it every time. That was a part of his, which is gorge.
Yeah.
Which is gorge, and I think like it's such a unique experience that like I have to I respect that down. Because he loved film so much, but he just couldn't be, he didn't feel like there was a place for him on screen. So because he loved it so much, he still wanted to like learn about it and went to school and, you know, put in his dues. Like, what's the term, below the line? Yeah, below the line.
Well, it's also like this career is so like uncertain that
he didn't have fucking health insurance.
Yeah. Oh my God. When he said that, I was like, ugh.
Totally.
But also Io, just recently they were like, did you ever think you would get a Golden Globe? She's like, girl, I literally just wanted health insurance.
Real.
It's so real.
It's
like
real.
Yeah, it's just such an uncertain industry that being sort of well versed in different aspects of it is like very smart.
Yeah, and a lot of actors that are like very important right now, like they're not just actors. I mean, they're doing a lot of above the line things, but like still, like, I think that's like an interesting change in Hollywood that we're seeing is like a lot more people want to be autonomous and like want to have more responsibility in their projects.
I did actually see who was talking about this. Oh, actually, it was in Hacks. So it was a character. But she was like, why can't actors just be actors? Like, why do they have to be everything else? And I'm like, well, because job security.
Totally.
And it sucks that it's like that, but, you know.
Yeah. Well, because, like, even, oh my God, not to bring up Jenna Ortega, but, like, on Wednesday, like, she wasn't a producer. She literally was just actor on that, and then they fucked it up down, and to the point where she was, like, so irritated about it that she started talking about it in press, and then people were like, yeah, queen, you're right, and then Netflix was like, okay, girl, here's your executive producer title. Yeah. And I hope it's going to eat down.
I hope.
It sounds like it is from like the changes that are allegedly being made.
Yeah. But yeah, so whatever. That's what he was up to on his little hiatus, which was quite a bit of time.
Well, yes.
And his big like major comeback was Everything Everywhere All at Once, which that was our challengers of that year.
Totally.
Because that movie was so good. I think I saw it like 3 times.
Earth-shattering movie.
Yeah. And it's weird to see how people have turned on it.
Wait, what?
Yes. I've seen people like turn on. They're like, well, it was so annoying. I don't agree. People love to hate on good things. They're going to turn on challenges. People don't want to have
fun.
Yeah.
You don't want to have fun and think? Fuck you. God damn.
Yeah.
My anger has turned from like Hollywood to the audience.
Yeah. We're just like yelling at everyone. We're swinging around a knife. Whatever. Like.
Oh, it's going to die.
That's okay.
That's okay. It's really not that deep.
But yeah, that movie swept award season. I never would have expected that. When I first saw it, I did not think that's
No, I didn't want to see it because I knew it was going to send me into existential crisis, which it did, but like in a good way. You know, sometimes like movies
like a Life is Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Love.
Yeah, because some of these movies just send me into existential crisis, and I'm like, I'm so afraid of everything.
Oh my God! I saw the TV Glow, and I was like, I think I need a minute.
Ooh.
Yeah, but
that was a really sad ending. Well, yes.
Yes. Well, we're not going to talk about that right now. But yeah, I left Everything Everywhere All at Once, thinking like, oh, this guy is so blue. Like I was like, oh my God! Like
it is so beautiful to be alive right now.
Yeah, and I'm glad that a movie.
It really is, you guys.
Yeah,
it really is.
Well, this past award season, Oppenheimer was like the one that swept everything, which is such
so
a bleak
insane.
movie.
Well, and like we have to like think about like where we are in like life, I guess, as a society.
It's just good to like think about.
Like I think, for example, like why Everything Everywhere All at Once like hit so hard for people is because we were coming out of COVID. I mean, we were still in it, but like I think people really needed something that like just took away like addressed the negativity like head on, but also gave like You know, both
Hope.
things exist at once, and
Yeah.
it literally is about, it's like your perspective at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And you just have to take everything everywhere all at once.
Period.
Mic drop. But then Oppenheimer, I feel like won out because I think, I don't know, like shit isn't good. Shit is not good right now.
No.
Shit is not fucking good.
No.
And it's like, I'm just so interested to see what is gonna be the next best picture movie, like, because I feel like we're in such a fucking odd time.
Yeah.
Unprecedented times, as they like to say. It's all unprecedented.
I'm manifesting challengers.
Totally.
I'm
and
really
it's like, and you know what, we
manifesting.
give up, we're just being horny.
Challengers best picture.
Yeah.
I'm starting the campaign right now.
Me trying to have like a deep moment, and then you bring,
I really think though. No, but like I fully like it makes sense. Like the movie that wins best picture is very like it matters what's going on in the culture. Because sometimes you look back and you're like, why did that movie win?
yeah.
When this other movie has so much more like cultural standing and sort of stood its ground a little bit more. But then you look at like what was going on this year and you're like, oh, that's why.
Right.
But yeah, everywhere all at once, everything everywhere all at once, we stand. And
But isn't it crazy? Like, Hollywood makes these movies that are such like think pieces on like themselves, like the people in power, and then like we're just like, well, yeah, mama, it sucks out here and it's really bleak,
Yeah.
and like you could have the best intentions, but then like when you get wrapped up in all of life and how terrible it can be, like then you get like a nuclear bomb that was used to, like, oh my god, it was just crazy time. It was such a crazy time for that movie to drop.
And yeah.
Yeah.
It did what it had to do.
Yeah, I guess. But again, like, I don't even know people really understood like the message that was trying to be put, and you know what I mean? Because
When Parasite won,
it went
was
over.
crazy.
It went over everyone's head.
everyone's standing and clapping. I was like, oh, they don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
It was weird.
it's so interesting, and it's like it's like giving the, like, what is that fucking word? But it's just like, it's so unsettling because it's like, you know, everyone, like, you guys, you know, you're the joke, right?
Yeah,
but it doesn't matter because they still get to have everything that they had before.
Yes.
Ugh,
Ooh.
brother. Anyways, any fucking ways.
Yeah, we stand Kiwi Kwan.
God, the tangented boots. It was so, like, I remember the first time we recorded this, it was like so like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think just like, honestly, the way the world is right now is just so heavy, and I can't help but like to think about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway,
It's because, you know why? Because what is the Kamala Harris thing? We exist in the context of, what is it? That you just fell out of the coconut tree.
you exist in the context of
What you are and everything that came before you. Something like that.
Totally.
She
ate with that. I don't like that lady, but she ate with that.
Yeah. Kung Fu Panda 4, American Born Chinese, and Loki season 2. He's booked.
Yeah, he's booked.
He's so booked. And I'm so happy for him. I hope he has a long, successful, beautiful career ahead of him. And I'll be sad for whatever.
Did you watch any of those things?
I did watch the American Born Chinese. I don't think it was it was Loki like giving kids show. So I was like, oh, I don't think it's for me. And then I tried watching Loki season 2 and I was not on board.
Apparently he ate it up. Like, in a good way.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yes, I've heard good things about him in that show.
I just don't really like Loki as a character, so I was like, I'm not.
That's so interesting of you. You kind of give.
You
give Loki.
That's crazy. No, I was a WandaVision stan of Disney Plus shows.
Right.
I like Loki. I was like,
but I feel like they go hand in hand. It's the bisexuals.
That's what you think, and then you watch it, and you're
do
like,
you even identify as bisexual anymore?
Oh no, gay.
Okay, you're fully.
That
gay.
was just a thing.
Of course, of course. We just have never addressed it.
Really?
No, I can't.
Oh.
Well, what I'm gonna assume.
I don't even remember saying I was bi, but I know I did.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Sorry to the bisexual. This is my formal apology to the bisexual community for appropriating your culture. I was never bi.
And we knew. Well, I knew.
Everyone knew.
Everyone knew. Everyone that knew you knew. And I think it's just one of those things, like, you just gotta let it rock.
It was
It's your own
Charlie
journey.
and the Glass Elevator. Or what was the
Whoa.
sequel to Willy Wonka?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking
I know exactly what you're talking about, and that's a crazy analogy.
reference?
Whoa.
It's because I used to have that book, and every time someone's like, "Oh, we knew," I pictured Charlie in that glass elevator. Everybody knew.
Yeah, of course.
Anyways, Robert Downey Jr. So
someone who's not bi at all.
someone who's straight. Robert Downey Jr. King of.
That's my motherfucking king. Also, the sky looks so beautiful right now.
Yeah.
Are you seeing this?
This window's view always eats.
Yeah,
This
but
window.
right now this is like the best sunset I've seen in a minute. It looks
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Yeah. No, I fully
Anyways,
agree.
So did you have a Robert Downey Jr. phase ever?
No.
Oh wow. So I did. So I'll take this one.
I actually do have a story. I had gotten tickets to Robert Downey Jr. I mean Oppenheimer featuring Robert Downey Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I'm on time. I showed up and they were like, you are not getting in, girl.
Yeah.
Because there was such a long line.
No,
and I
they
was
don't
like,
play around.
No, people love
that man.
That man.
They love that man. I do love that man as well. I just can appreciate the candidness. You know.
I agree.
And so basically, if you don't know, because it happened before we were all born. Well, I'm assuming. Sorry. You might have been around for this. But that man had a addiction issue, and he had a lot of issues with drugs. Just more context on him. I didn't know this when I was looking this up, but his dad was a director and allowed him to smoke weed at 6 years old.
That's crazy.
6 years old?
That's crazy.
Let's sit with that. 6 years
That's
old.
crazy.
So drugs ended up being the bonding between them, and obviously when you start at fucking 6 years old and start doing drugs for your whole damn life, that's just a recipe for fucking disaster.
That's also not to get too much into his personal life because we're focusing a little bit more on career, but what a sad thing to be as a child and be like, well, this is what I have to do to connect with my father. Of course,
Yeah.
what happened is what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So sad.
And it's so interesting, especially playing Iron Man, that storyline about how he had daddy issues as well. I'm sure that was very crazy. Anyways, not to get ahead of myself, but he was a big actor in the 80s and 90s. And if you have heard anything about the 80s, what a crazy time to be addicted to drugs, because it was quite literally everywhere. Yeah. Especially when you're rich and famous. It was just everybody did it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't weird. I feel like now it's a little more hey,
what did we do? Also crazy that cigarettes are back.
Anyways,
so
not too much on cigarettes.
So
anyways, so Weird Science, the pickup artist, Lesson Zero, Chaplin was he's more serious. I think he got nominated for Oscar for that guy. And yeah, he was just a powerhouse. He was the guy, and he's stunning, gorge, of course. But then in 1996, authorities caught him with an unloaded gun, heroin, and cocaine in his car. A few months later, he was cited for trespassing after passing out inside his neighbor's home. He was arrested multiple times, spent time in prison, and was in and out of rehab, and was written out of Ally McBeal, which was a show that he was in, or a movie, I forget. But he got sober around 2003 because his wife gave him an ultimatum. And that's his wife that he's still with today.
Love that.
And they are so cute.
I wouldn't say ultimatums are always a healthy thing. No. I will say, in this scenario, it worked out for the best.
Totally.
Sometimes you do need someone you love to be girl, snap out of it.
Mm-hmm. But it's also crazy. A lot of times it doesn't work because addiction is a crazy disease. Yeah. So he loved that woman down.
Yeah.
He loves that woman down. And you can tell. Yeah. You can really tell. And his big comeback was in 2009, right? With Iron Man. 2009.
By the way, that is not written in the notes. You knew that off the top of your head. Oh, yeah,
because I'm an Iron Man stan. Yeah. I'm an Iron Man stan, but I rewatched, Civil War, and I was like, ooh, I don't align with these morals. Oh. Capitalism boots. He's giving libertarian down.
That movie is so weird.
Iron Man? Oh, no, Civil War?
Captain America Civil War.
No, the more I think about Marvel, the more I'm like, girl, what are we talking about?
They don't know what they're doing. They don't know that.
What are we talking about? No one's paying attention to that subplot. No. Nobody really
We're talking about the Sokovia Accords.
Yes.
Girl,
that
did
like
you know?
Captain America was like for the people,
Yeah.
and like fuck, like we anti-capitalist type beat,
It was the
which is
whole
crazy because it really would be. Well, actually,
the
no.
other way around. You think?
No, I think they would all be on the same side.
Yeah,
if
I
it
don't
was
think it
real
would have been
life.
such a even half and half.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Marvel fun fact, which nobody here wants, but I'm gonna give it anyway. That whole plot, I think it was like She-Hulk or something, where like in an off comment they reveal that it was just like repealed. So like what was
the Accords?
in like
Mama, they don't care.
they don't care.
They don't care about the like. They're not sticking behind any fucking
No.
political statement they're making.
No.
They're just there for the vibes. Anyways, so Iron Man was the what's it called? Like the catalyst.
Yeah.
The catalyst for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Seriously.
Well, it changed everything because
Literally.
everything wants to be a cinematic universe now.
Mm-hmm.
But because of what Marvel was
Because
doing.
of Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, his impact.
And Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
Crazy. Love that man as well. I'm just really big stans of these men's. But I remember watching Iron Man in the theater and being like, I love this man. I love this man. Like, I just loved, this is me pre-frontal cortex, but I loved a fucking
A
cocky
jerk.
ass.
Yeah.
Fucking jerk, fucking mean ass man.
So this is crazy actually, because the difference in that, because if that era Kim had watched Challengers, you would have been Team Patrick.
Oh, 100%.
But yeah, so interesting.
I know.
So
it's
that's
really
just for the
interesting.
audience to know how we've shifted as people.
Literally. But like I feel like that's why I'm scared to no, I think I will still like it if I watch it again because nostalgia, and also Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
is just so fucking fine. Like
Okay.
woo, I can't be mad at that man. But yeah, it's just like it's crazy to think like he was the start of the new era of superhero. Like he deserves all his flowers, and Jon
he got
Favreau as
them.
well. Yes, he did. Like people welcomed that man back with open arms.
Yeah.
Because like all the things that actually let me not talk too out of turn. From my knowledge, all the things that he did were just affected things.
Okay, yeah.
Like I'm sure like the people like the drugs were like associated with other people, but he didn't like hurt anybody.
Right.
Like he wasn't violent about it.
Yes,
Like
yes,
it was
yes.
literally just a man with addiction.
He
type
wasn't
beat.
Mark Wahlberg beating up people on the streets.
Totally. And he even like knows like if he was not an actor, like he would have been in jail. Like during
Yeah.
that, like there was like during award season last year, like the round table with all the actors, they were like, oh, what would you have done if you were an actor? And he's like, I would have been in jail. And everyone was like, ah, like, and like I can appreciate somebody that can make light of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, let's not try to pretend like that never happened.
Yeah.
Like that shows that he really has put in the work on himself, that he like feels secure enough to like, you know, make light of it and also like talk about it at length and be a little bit fucking for real about it.
Yeah. I fully
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, I love that man. But also Sherlock Holmes 8.
Crazy that since we recorded this, like the first time we wrote this, he hadn't done Oppenheimer yet, and that's the one he won an Academy Award for. So maybe that the universe just really wanted us to include that detail, and
Totally.
it hadn't happened yet. But yeah, I'm very happy for him. He was so good in Oppenheimer.
He was so good.
Yeah. Was he? Yes. Wait, was he balding in that movie? He had like
Mhm.
that. Okay. Because he looked a little crazy in Oppenheimer, but I mean, it's a historical figure, so you can't really.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, so good. No one needs to hear us talk about how Oppenheimer is good because everybody knows. But yeah, Robert
Yeah,
Downey
honestly
Jr.
surprising I even liked it. For
I
me,
think
for me.
yeah. I'm at a point where I'm just like, I'll watch anything because I might like it. You never know. Yeah,
For real.
yeah.
My other queen, Winona Ryder. I love that queen. And like honestly, I feel like if a celebrity did what she did now, like they'd be like, cut.
It
They'd
wouldn't be a big deal.
"Cut." No, literally, and people will make TikTok edits of the fucking footage. Anyway, so
Yeah.
she got.
That's so crazy. How yeah.
That's exactly what would happen.
If McKenna Grace like robbed a Target.
McKenna Grace is crazy.
Well, I was trying to think of like a young,
Right.
like a young, who's like a, I don't want to say Jenna Ortega because that's a little too on the nose, but like a young actress, like if she just like robbed a store and was like paparazzi'd out of
I'm
it.
trying to think who's like a equivalent. Jenna Ortega is the equivalent.
What's the
girl.
queen
That's
of-
why she got casted as fucking.
Never have I ever. What's her name?
Mama,
Is she not?
No,
Book?
that's not good. We don't need to make an example
okay.
out of this.
Okay.
Anyways, so she was caught stealing from a department store, in 2001, and she stole over $5,000 worth of goods from Saks Fifth Avenue. They found sweaters, socks, and accessories in her bag, along with multiple painkillers.
$5,000.
Mama, that's not like, who cares?
Yeah,
Who
I don't care.
actually gives a fuck? I think it was literally just because she's a celebrity, and it's like, and people are like, why is a celebrity stealing? I'm like, ladies,
I don't care.
they don't really, like, if you're not, well, I guess she was kind of big at that time. I don't know how much money she had in her bank account, but like, some of these actors are not making that much money.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like, at all. So, also, I don't really give a fuck if she stole or not.
I don't
Like, I
either.
literally don't care.
Sorry to say that, but I
But
don't care.
the media and the press did
God, they
crucified her.
Yes.
Crucified her. It's crazy. She literally is like, I'm too fucking sensitive, too famous. She like literally said that. She was like, I can't do it. Like, she literally off to fucking San Francisco for a decade out of the public eye, and then she came back with Stranger Things, which you can talk a little
What
bit
a
more
comeback,
about.
though.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, because obviously Stranger Things now is like a huge, gigantic, like, cultural moment. But I remember when it first came
Crazy
out.
how it's falling off right now because of
Well, because they're taking-
terrible fucking
for-
people.
Oh.
Anyways,
Ooh.
that too. Anyways,
No, but yeah. When it first came out, it was just like another little like Netflix original. Like, it was just like right here. And I didn't even know Winona Ryder was in it. And I was just like, oh my God, Matt Queen. And like,
but for a lot of people, that was the selling point. Like, they really like pushed her hard
yes.
in the marketing because she was like really kind of the only star power in that movie. Like, yeah, David Harbour was in shit, but like Winona Ryder, Winona Ryder was the star power that was like gonna get the people back, and they were really smart for casting her because she was famous like around that time. So like it made sense.
It's also just sort of the kind of show where it's like not like horror, but almost like an accessible supernatural family story. That's kind of like Beetlejuice is kind of that same energy, and so yeah, that casting choice yeah, so good. Yeah, that first season of Stranger Things is so good. It's like top tier television.
It is crazy to think, like, I guess, like, yeah, Jenna Ortega is our new equivalent of a Winona Ryder
she
type.
is.
But like, wow.
There's really no other comparison, and it's like that's obviously why they
like
cast her.
career wise is what I'm saying. Like, because it's a little more dark. Like, who's the edgy girl?
It's just her.
There has to be someone more niche that I'm just not thinking about right now.
Edgy
But
girl? Like what? Like what do you mean? Like
maybe
in, like,
Hunter Schafer could be that because. But I think she's about to get her moment in the sun.
You know what? You are actually really right with that.
Thank you so much.
Because she's about to be in a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
She's about to be in Kinds of Kindness, which I have a feeling is going to be dark. So you are actually really on board with that. And it hasn't even happened yet.
And watch.
So trend prediction.
Cut two. I am such a Hunter Schafer fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think she's such an amazing person and actor. Like, I can't, like, that's the shift in Hollywood that I'm so down for. Love that motherfucking queen. Anyways, so back to Winona Ryder. So yeah, Stranger Things, and she says, what am I reading?
Oh, right here. So Stranger Things was her first big like major role. But over time she was slowly like creeping back into roles. Yeah, like she's in Black Swan for a minute. She's in Star Trek as Spock's mother for a minute. Like she didn't just, disappear.
I mean, she did for a decade.
Well, yeah, but like Stranger Things was like, girl, she's in every episode.
Yeah.
She's clocked in for Stranger Things. And she still is. That's another thing I do love is that there's a lot of actors, they'll like get a sort of resurgence or like a big boost because the show gets big, and then they're like, okay, bye.
The King from Bridgerton. Yeah. Don't piss me off.
I wasn't gonna name drop, but
right.
But yeah, she's like,
he ate in Dungeons and Dragons though.
Oh, love that movie. But yeah, she's still, she's like, I'm gonna finish what I started, and I do love that because her character's very important to the. I mean, her character in season 1 was kind of like the grounding point of everything. Totally. She was like, I just want my son back.
And I feel like with like her, like of course, like her last like touch with the public was so negative. Like I feel like she was like super overwhelmed with all the positive feedback that she's very candid about like how she felt. and she was very honest about it. And she said, I don't remember what interview I pulled this from, but she said, I don't regret opening up about what I went through, because it sounds really cliche, but I've had women come up to me and say, it meant so much to me. It means so much when you realize that someone was having a really hard time and feeling shame and was trying to hide this whole thing. And even though, like, sensitive, fragile thing, I do have those qualities, I just don't think there's anything wrong with them.
Period.
Sensitive queen.
I love her.
I love her so much. I love, like, again, the candidness. Like, I just have to respect it. And I think that's why, like, the people that we're talking about right now in this section, like, even all of them, like, they've all been extremely candid about, like, their wrongdoings. But, like, I feel like it's so easy to harbor on that negativity. But instead of, like, being like, oh, but, like, they did me so wrong. Like, they're like, they did me wrong, but, like, now I have this. And, like, that's so beautiful.
I agree.
For my fashion moment, let me have my little fashion fucking corner for a second. So in spring summer 2003, she did a shoot with Marc Jacobs from, you know, that king that does those really, really, like, polarizing pictures for W Mag. Yeah, that king.
Carl?
No, Jürgen Teller.
Oh, I thought his name was Carl Jürgen.
No, Jürgen Teller.
The crazy that I just yelled Carl.
I was like, who's Carl? You said it with your whole chest too.
Yeah. But I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah, so he did that. Honestly, the pictures eat. We'll throw them up. But beautiful pictures, honestly. And it was like a campaign for Marc Jacobs, because in the things that she stole like 2 Marc Jacobs things. I think it was like a sweater and a dress. And she wore the dress to the trial.
Period.
I love that queen. Anna Delvey served.
Good.
Yeah. And Marc Jacobs took notice of this because it was like a really big deal. And see, that's why Marc Jacobs is personally one of my favorite designers. Like, he, even though, like, people will be like, oh, like, they're doing you dirty. Like, he's like, I don't care. Like, let's uplift them. Like, the girl that does Heaven by Marc Jacobs, she, like, ripped off, like, something that he did. He will literally, like, take people under his wing and, like, platform them, because, like, I think he's so interesting.
Also, is Marc Jacobs the brand that's been doing the on TikTok with all the random small creators?
Yes. Like, it's so fucking iconic. And, like, they're just iconic to their fucking bones. So yeah, in spring summer 2003, she became a face of the brand. Beautiful pictures. And then in May 2022, she also did another shoot with them. So they, like, became friends throughout the situation, because it's really not that motherfucking deep.
It's not.
But yeah, it's such a wink to the fashion girls, the pop culture girls, which I am both, and forever stan Winona, forever stan Marc Jacobs. Seriously,
she's like an it girl.
She is.
She should have been in the Charlie XCX music video.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, speaking of it girls, she should have
been like Charlie.
She should have been like Charlie.
Like Charlie's Angels. Like, she's Charlie.
Well, speaking of Charlie's Angels, oh girl, that
transition. I didn't even mean to do that.
But you ate. Drew Barrymore, my queen. Oh, well, okay. This is kind of not important, but whatever. Wait, why did we rate Offense? Oh, like what they were like.
Yeah.
Kind of taken out of the public eye for. Well, yeah, Drew Barrymore.
I was going crazy the first time I wrote this.
Yeah, Offense is crazy.
I was really
just
into
the big red letters.
Right.
Drew Barrymore obviously has been famous for her entire life.
Genuinely.
She was a child star that's sort of...
Not even sort of.
It's because, like, how do you say this? Like, without...
Well, she was born into, like, one of the most famous families in Hollywood. So, like, obviously, especially back in, like, the beginnings of Hollywood, like, my love, these were, like, some of the nastiest fucking people that were taking advantage of the system because it was brand new type sheet. Yeah. And she would obviously turned into a child actor because of her aforementioned family. And she was another person that, like, no one was just protecting children at that time. Like, no one cared. Like, it was really just about producing and like
money.
Production and money. And because, like, even though she was born into a aforementioned wealthy family, like, she wasn't wealthy herself because I think, was it her dad, like, didn't really claim her, or like he died or something. I don't know, something crazy happened. he just wasn't around, so she didn't get to reap like the nepo baby like money.
Yeah, something like that happened.
Something like that happened.
I will say though, like,
but her mom knew that they could capitalize off the name.
Yeah,
and that's because I think the mom was an addict. Her mom was an addict, so she used her child, unfortunately, to make money. Yeah. It's really sad. I mean, Drew Barrymore has made her fucking peace with it, and like fucking more power to her. Like, that's crazy that she could even get to the point of forgiving her mother for all of that. And like, that honestly is a testament to the type of person she is. Oh, love her. But yeah, basically, we all know the story. Like, she was just a wild child. Like, she was in Club or fucking Studio 54 at the ripe age of 8 years old.
Club 33.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anyway, Studio 54. She was in the O. There's pictures of her.
Yeah.
In the O.
It's crazy.
And you know, like, there was piles of cocaine right behind her, and she went to go sniff a line. Yeah. Like, that is so insane. Like, it's like, I have to laugh because it just feels like not real.
It feels comedic, that image, but it's
dark so dark and sad.
Yeah, like, by the age of 11, she had a drinking problem. By the age of 12, she was in the grips of drug addiction, and by the age of 13, the young star was hospitalized. Mm-hmm. That's so.
Did you watch the fucking Drew Barrymore segment where they went to the place that
she's sitting on the roof of the car? Yes, like just like See, okay, I will say this, by the way, Pisces queen.
No, I was gonna say she's such a Pisces for that.
Yeah, because that's so something I would do. Like, I love how she's so willing to talk about it, and it's just so refreshing to see. And also, it's genuine, like, retrospection, like, you can see in the way she talks about.
You can see it on her face.
Yes, and I love it so much. But also, I want to just mention this because you were like, no one was protecting child stars, because they weren't. But
still really aren't, as evidenced by all that stuff.
Girl, reality TV.
What's
like,
that?
Dance
what's
moms?
that thing called?
Oh,
what was the Quiet on the Set? Yeah.
Yeah. We need to have some kind of, and even now with, like, I guess now the current evolution of that sort of exploitation of children is family vloggers.
Whoa, you don't want to talk about Bruno?
No. So, what I was gonna say was Drew Barrymore has also, because I love Drew Barrymore, so I've watched so many things about her and like her talking about so many different things, and something I always thought was beautiful was, I love E.T. The movie E.T. is one of my favorite movies of all time, maybe my favorite movie of all time. But something I love is, Drew Barrymore is incredible in that movie, but also she's talked about how Steven Spielberg really showed care for her and sort of
was her father figure.
Yes, and from everything down to hiding remaking the set of E.T. to hide the wires so that she felt like E.T. was real. Like, just little things like that is just like, whenever there's a kid going through abuse or any kind of thing, they really just need anyone. And so I love that she was able to have that through him and through that experience. Because growing up in like the entertainment industry, I could not even imagine. No. And you so, and especially we've seen it does not go well. But yeah, I think the reason she sort of maintained her star power is just, she is just so,
even when she had that kerfuffle with the whole writer strike thing, she handled that very well, and no one fucking talks about it.
My girl was down. It's because,
and she's honest, I feel like she's one of the reasons why it ended so quickly after.
Yes, I agree. And the thing is, like, with that whole thing, so when the writer strike was happening, Drew was like, I'm gonna continue the show without the writers, because I do see where her head was at. She was like, I support them, but I need to keep the show going for all these other people. Mm-hmm. I don't think it was the right move, but I think she realized that very quickly.
And she said, she was like, I was only listening. She was honest. She was like, I only heard one side. I didn't hear both sides.
Yeah.
Because obviously the people that are talking to her are like, anyways.
But again, like, she's so willing to learn. She's so willing to admit if she's wrong, admit if, she made a mistake. And I think that's why people still care about what she has to say and will still support the things she does. She's very in her, like, daytime TV bag right now. Yeah. But I would love to see her get back to acting if that's something she wants to do.
Yeah. I feel like, especially, like, with the foundation she's built with the talk show, and also, like, fucking kudos to her. Who has had a successful talk show recently?
Girl, daytime.
Yeah.
Like morning talk show. Like, because like the late night shows always do a little bit better.
Like her and Kelly Clarkson are
eating. Jennifer Hudson. Like they're like, they're really doing, because I could not tell you another like daytime TV show.
Yeah, and we had to have the downfall of Ellen for this to happen, I fear.
When one Supreme falls, another one rises.
Whoa.
Well, that was from American Horror Story.
I know, but like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I just love Drew Barrymore. And also, I think she should do another rom-com. I was thinking about this.
Oh, 100%.
Because the Drew Barrymore rom-coms hit.
Yes.
The Wedding Singer.
And she has so many fucking friends that she could do it with.
Girl, she could pay for it herself. Like, it's crazy.
No,
Doesn't she have
like
a studio?
to star in it with her.
Oh, Adam Sandler. Another one. Or no, you don't stand.
I like Adam Sandler, but like, there's enough.
But it's kind of like the Emma Stone,
Well,
like
think
Ryan
about
Gosling
the stuff
thing.
that Adam Sandler has been putting out with his Netflix deal. Respect. I respect the hustle. It's just like, I'm done with the Netflix of it all. She needs to like do a Hulu.
Okay. Here's my pitch.
Do you know what I mean?
She needs to do Hulu. It's so good. Because like, yeah, she does. I can really see that. She needs to do like, what's the guy from Grey's Anatomy? I don't know if he's this famous, but the guy from Grey's Anatomy. He was in Thanksgiving.
Mama, I do not watch Grey's Anatomy.
He's like the only famous one from that show.
Patrick Dempsey?
Yeah. I feel like that pairing would eat.
Wait, I love that.
Patrick Dempsey, Drew Barrymore, like a little.
Totally.
I don't know what it is. That's all I have.
Yeah.
But I work from that.
Or even like a fucking girl comedy with Cameron Diaz. Please.
Like Girls Trip?
Well. Yeah, something like that.
I would love that.
Like them going on a fucking like ayahuasca fucking retreat or something.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
Also, something I love about Drew Barrymore is that she's like so willing to do, like when she was in the SZA music video for the song called Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
So iconic.
Yes.
What a beautiful moment.
Because she's like, that's beautiful to be recognized for that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and yes, it is, my love. Like, yes, it is. Anyways, yeah, she ate and she like revived her own career because she started a production company with Jimmy Fallon's wife, who, I'm sorry, you don't deserve to be called Jimmy Fallon's wife. I'm so sorry. She needs to have her own name said.
Oh, I thought she did something wrong.
No, like she ate that. She became Jimmy Fallon's wife because she got set up with by Drew.
Have you seen that?
Nancy Javonen.
Have you seen that interview of Nicole Kidman and Jimmy Fallon? She's like, yeah, I had a crush on you.
Oh, of course.
So crazy.
Of course. Also, another one of my favorite actresses, Nicole Kidman.
Oh.
God, she's great. We need to do an episode on our fave girls.
For Pride Month. Oh, no. Wait,
what?
For Nicole Kidman. Like an episode on Nicole Kidman for Pride Month. Because the gays love Nicole Kidman.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know this.
Oh, really?
No.
Girl, have you been to the Grove?
No.
When that Nicole Kidman ad comes on?
Oh, yes, of course. Everybody's jumping though.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, whoa, I didn't know this.
Also, that doesn't happen in any other place. Like,
no, literally not at Century City.
No.
Not at
sometimes
fucking,
at the City Walk.
Sometimes.
But the City Walk is so rowdy, girl. Don't go there.
We need to do an episode about the fucking cinemas of LA. I'm not joking.
That would kind of eat.
Honestly, yeah. We should do like a YouTube video.
Okay, maybe like a TikTok. Like just like a small like.
We could do both.
Okay.
Anyways, we're gonna get in the studio, guys. But yeah, she made Charlie's Angels. She made like so many iconic girl things. Like she loves being a girl, and I love her being a girl.
That video also, my favorite thing about her is there's a video of Drew Barrymore. Well, there's a few. There's two. I'm gonna give you my two favorite Drew Barrymore internet moments. One is when she was remodeling a room, and she was knocking down a wall, and she found a window that had been covered up, and she started crying, and I started crying with her. And then another one is when she's out in the rain, and she's like,
I thought that's the one you were gonna mention.
She's like spinning around in the rain, and she's like, I love the rain, and I love that, and I cried with her.
Right.
And now I do that when I'm in the rain because of Drew Barrymore.
Normally's crying.
Life
is so beautiful.
Crying. Yeah, I just love how she has such a positive outlook on life, and that's what I like. She has the energy that I think everyone should give.
Yeah, and I hate that everyone's being a hater on her right now.
Everyone's like, "Oh, she's touching people."
Back up. Shut.
Wait, what?
That's what they say. Like because she's so close to me, they're like, she needs to back up. I'm
no.
like, Mama, I think at this point people know, and if they don't want them, they
won't go on the show. Like y'all want another boring
Leave
white man
alone.
behind a desk,
Leave her alone in a suit.
Yeah.
I love that she kicks off her shoes.
She takes off her shoes. Sometimes they're sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
It's so refreshing. Anyways, we love Drew Barrymore. We love all these people. We are so happy to see. This is the Our Hollywood statement. We are so happy to see their careers flourish. And I hope that this sort of career shift happens for so many more actors that were wronged in the past, and that Hollywood can continue to like sort of rewrite its wrongs of the past, because girl, we love a comeback kid. The end.
Us.
Guys, thank you so much for listening. We're clocking in.
Seriously.
We're clocking in. We have a lot of plans. And you know people love to say that, but we really do.
But we can't say the plans because evil eye, you know.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait, we will? Wait, what?
You can't like say the plans before you're doing them because it's like jinxing it basically.
Oh, I thought you said we can't say the plans because we will lie.
No,
like,
no,
we're
evil
lying.
eye.
Oh,
like,
because evil eye. Yes,
evil
I
eye.
agree. But yeah.
You were like, damn.
I was like, ooh. I mean, I know we like did one episode and then we kind of stopped, but
yeah, I feel good about this one.
No, yeah, we're back and we will be having caffeine before every episode.
Total, like no more Mondays. I feel for me,
No.
I work longer shifts on Mondays, and I'm like,
yeah,
tired.
that's fair.
Yeah,
guys, go check out our Instagram. Our is it r.hollywood?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I don't even remember. And then we will be a lot more active on our TikTok because that's just where it's at.
yeah. For now, until they delete it off of our lives.
Well, there'll be another one. There's always, like I said,
I'm
another
not worried
Supreme
about it,
Rises.
honestly.
Yeah. So yeah, go check out all our social media. We have a lot of plans. Hopefully, you guys are on board.
Not hopefully.
Oh,
You're
no.
on board, and everything's gonna work out.
If you made it an hour and 35 minutes into this episode, you're on board.
We've only been recording for an hour and a half.
Yeah. Also shorter episodes. Let's
Wait,
clap
yeah.
for
I
that.
mean, and a lot's gonna get cut out. So.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like we used to do 2.5-hour episodes.
Yeah, no more.
Also,
No
wait,
more.
this is called.
Honestly, we need to get down to an hour.
Yes,
but-
and we can.
Yes, of course.
But what I was gonna say was that we used to be like, no movies over 2 hours. Girl Challengers is like almost 3.
Totally. We need to do it. We have so many. There's so many episodes
Yeah,
to be talked about. Like seriously.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening.
Gorge.
Welcome back to our Hollywood.
Seriously.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Go watch Challengers in theaters while it's still there.
It's crazy. It's been in there for over a month.
Love.
Cunt. Okay, bye.
Bye.